third prep. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's Mr. Ahmed Mahmoud with you today to introduce a new mathematics lesson. Today, inshallah, we have Geometry, Unit 5, Lesson 3. The lesson is called Slope of the Straight Line. This is not a new lesson. We already studied the slope of straight line in the second prep, but we have studied this lesson in the algebra. Today, inshallah, we are going to study this lesson in the geometry, and we have some applications or geometrical applications about this lesson. First, what's the meaning of the slope? The slope is the ratio that makes the straight line inclined with the horizontal level. The horizontal level means the level of the ground. Okay, by looking to the next picture, this is stairs. This is stairs inclined with the horizontal level with an angle. Okay, and I'm going to show you another stairs. By looking to the two pictures, we find that every stairs inclined with an angle according to the purpose of this stairs. Here we have athletic, okay, making sport on this stairs. Then the angle here is not high. Okay, by looking to another stairs like this stairs included inside a small place, so we need a high stairs because it's included inside a small place, so the slope of this stairs is high, okay, according to the slope of the previous picture. By looking to another picture like this, we have a bridge like this. This bridge probably horizontally or parallel to the ground level. In that case, the slope here is 0. Okay, why? Because here we have a very wide river, so the design of the bridge allow it to be parallel to the ground level, so the slope here is about 0. Another picture. In this picture we have a bridge built in a small area like this, so we build the bridge about, okay, two levels inclined with this level and this level. In each of them the slope is about 1. Okay, so every bridge or every stairs, okay, according the purpose of it, needs to have a slope. Okay, now I'm going to teach you how can we get the slope of the straight line. Okay, now by looking to this graph, I'm going to draw a straight line like this. This straight line, I'm going to choose 2 points on this straight line. Point A, for example, 1 and 2, and another point B, 5 and 8. Okay, the point 8 appears like this in this position. By looking to the path of point A to reach, or the motion of point A to reach point B like this, this motion represent a right angle triangle like this. Okay, now I'm going to study this right angle triangle, because this right angle triangle is going to describe what is the slope of the straight line. Okay, this straight line, this right angle triangle formed from 3 sides. This side, which is the base, this side, which is the height, and this side, which is the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is the same direction of the straight line AB. The base parallel to x-axis and the height parallel to y-axis. The length of the base called x change. The length of the height called y change. So by counting the base equal 1, 2, 3, 4 units, so x equal 4. X here is a change of x. Okay, and I called it x because this line parallel to x-axis. By counting the y change like this, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So y change equal 6. Here x, I can count x or I can evaluate x by another way. X equal 4, and here 1 is called x1, and here 5 is called x2. By subtract 5 minus 1, it equals 4. Again 5 minus 1 equals 4. So the change of x equal x1 minus x2. 5 minus 1 equals 4. So I can get this length by two different ways, by count the units, and if I haven't as a shape or I haven't a graph like this, I can find the x change by subtract x2 minus x1. Okay, here I can find y change by subtract 8 minus 2. 8 minus 2 equals 6. 8 is y2, 2 is y1, then y2 minus y1 equal the change of y like this, y2 minus y1, and I called it y because this is parallel to y axis. Now I'm going to explain what is the slope. The slope is the change of y over the change of x. Again, the slope of the straight line is the change of y over the change of x. Here the change of y equals 6, the change of x equal 4, then the slope equals 6 over 4. By divided each of them by 2, then the slope in the simplest form equals 3 over 2. So what is the slope? The slope is a ratio between y and x. Okay, y is called y change or change of y, and x is called change of x. This ratio gives me the angle between the line and the x-axis, and I'm going to explain this one later. Okay, so if a equal 1 and 2, 1 b equal 5 and 8, 1 is called x1, 2 is called x2, 5 is called y1, 5x2, 8y2. The slope, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, this is the change of y over the change of x, which is 8 over 8 minus 2 over 5 minus 1, which is 3 over 2 in the simplest form. Okay, now by looking to the shape again, this straight line makes an angle with x-axis, with the positive direction of x-axis, in which we called the east direction. This is east, west, north, south. Okay, the angle inclined with the east direction with angle called theta. Okay, by looking carefully to the x-axis and this line, we found here also another angle equal to theta because they are corresponding angles like this. Okay, by looking to this angle in the right angle triangle, y is the opposite to theta and x is the adjacent to theta. If we need to find the ratio between y and x, y over x, opposite over adjacent, this is the tangent or the tan of the angle. So y over x, change of y over change over x, okay, has another rule, okay, which is the tan of theta. So the slope, which is the opposite to theta, here the change of y equal to the opposite of theta, and the change of x equal to the adjacent of theta. Okay, so the slope equal tan theta. So here we have two rules. The slope equal y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, change of y over change of x, or the slope equal tan theta, and I have explained why the change of y over the change of x equal tan theta, because this is the opposite and this is the adjacent. Now all what I need from this description, the two rules. Okay, now I'm going to solve example 1. In this example, find the slope of the straight line which make a positive with a positive direction of x-axis, a positive angle of measure. Number 1, 0. Okay, here as we said before, the slope equal y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 or equal tan theta. Here he gives me angle, so I will use m with the abbreviation of the slope. Okay, m equal tan 0 and tan 0 equal 0. Okay, number 2, 30, m equal theta equal 30, then m equals tan 30, which is equal 1 over root 3. Number 3, 86 degrees 42 minutes, m equal tan 86 degrees 42 minutes. And I have explained in the trig how can we write this one on the calculator. I write tan 86 degrees 42 also degree button. Okay, it equals 17.3. Okay, number 4, angle or theta equal 135, then m equals tan 135, which is equal negative 1. Now let's study another example, and in the next example I will conclude many rules. So the next example is very important because it is an example and rules in the same times. In this example, find the slope of the straight line which passes through A and B. Number 1, A equals 1, B equals 3 and 5, 1 and 2, B equals 3 and 5. Here, slope equal, by looking to the 2 points, here x1, x1, y1, x2, y2. The slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 5 minus 2 over 3 minus 1, which is equal 3 over 2. This is the first slope. Now I'm going to draw the 2 points because I need to conclude some rules from this figure. It's not required to draw, but I need to draw to conclude some rules. Okay. Now by looking to this graph, A 1 and 2 here in this position, B 3 and 5 as we see here. By connect them, we have a straight line. Its slope is 3 over 2. Okay, another example. A equal 1 and 2, B equal negative 1 and 1, B equal negative 1 and 4, M equals 4 minus 1 over negative 1 minus 1, which is equal negative 3 over 2. Here we have the same slope but negative. Okay. A equal 1 and 1 like this, B equal negative 1 and 4 like this. By connecting them by a straight line, this is the straight line. Okay, there is a difference between this straight line and this straight line, because this straight line, its slope is positive, okay, and this line, its slope is negative. So there is a difference between the angle between this line and the x-axis and this line and the positive direction of x-axis. Another example, if A equal negative 3, 3 and B equal 2, 3, the slope here equals 3 minus 3 over 2 minus 3 or 2 minus as we said before plus, it's equal 0. Okay, now negative 3 and 3 here. and 2 and 3 here. By connect them, we found a straight line, but this straight line parallel to x axis because the slope is 0. Here another example, a equal 2 and 1, b equal 2 and 4. Okay, the slope equal 4 minus 1 over 2 minus 2. Here 4 minus 1 over 2 minus 2 equals 0, and the divide by 0 is undefined, so the slope here is undefined. Now I have wrote all types of the slopes: the positive slope, the negative slope, the zero slope, the undefined slope. Okay, each slope has a meaning. This one, 2 and 1 and 2 and 4, by connect them, we get a straight line parallel to y-axis. By looking to the first case, the line makes an angle like this. This angle is acute with the positive direction of x-axis. Why? Because this is a positive slope. And the second line makes another angle with the positive direction of x-axis. This angle, by looking to this angle, this is an obtuse angle because the slope is negative. And here this straight line is parallel to x-axis, as you see, because its slope is 0. And this line is parallel to x-axis, and this line is parallel to y-axis, okay, because its slope is undefined. So the positive slope makes an acute angle, the negative slope makes an obtuse angle, the zero slope parallel to x-axis, the undefined slope parallel to y-axis. This is a very important remark. Okay, now the most important remarks in this example number 3 and 4. This is the special case, the line which parallel to x-axis and the line which parallel to y-axis. Here, by looking carefully to the coordinates -3, 3 and 2, 3, we get that y coordinates 3 and 3 are equal to each other. Okay, so we can say that y1 equals y2. That's if the slope equals 0 and the line parallel to x-axis. And here, by looking to the two coordinates, we see that the x1 equal 2 and x2 equal 2, so x1 equal x2. That's if the straight line parallel to y-axis and its slope is undefined. This is a very important remarks. Positive slope gives acute angle, negative slope gives obtuse angle, zero slope parallel to y-axis, undefined slope parallel to x-axis, and undefined slope parallel to y-axis. In case of the parallel to x-axis, y1 equal y2. In case of parallel to y-axis, x1 equal x2. Now let's solve the next question. Oh, before explaining the next question, I need to explain the previous cases in this example. By looking to this direction, this is a negative direction. We see the rush of the bicycle. Okay, this is the direction of the negative slope. Okay, the second one, the slope here is 0. This line goes straight and parallel to the horizontal level. And this one, the slope here is positive. Then this one is push because the slope, okay, is positive, and this angle is an acute angle. Okay, finally, if the slope is undefined, what is the shape of the bicycle? It will be like this, and this is impossible to do or to drive like this, so it is impossible case. Okay, then the slope actually has 3 different cases: negative, positive, or 0. And if the line parallel to y-axis, that means that there isn't any slope, so we called it undefined. Okay, now let's solve example 2. Okay, in this example, The slope of the straight line parallel to x-axis equal what? Equal 0. Number 2, the slope of the straight line parallel to y-axis is undefined. Number 3, if AB parallel to x-axis where A equal 8 and 3, B equal 2 and K. Okay, as I said before, if the line parallel to x-axis, then y1 equal to y2. This is the previous rule. Okay, y1 equal to y2, then k equals 3. Next, number 4, CD parallel to y-axis where C equal m and 4, D equal -5 and 7. As I said before, if the line parallel to y-axis, then x1 equal to x2. Okay, so m equal here x1 equal to x2, then m equals -5. Number 5, the slope of the straight line is more than 0. More than 0 means positive slope. Then the type of the positive angle which makes with the positive direction of x-axis is acute. Number 6, the straight line which passes through -1 and -1, 4 and 4, makes angle of the positive with the positive direction whose measure what? Okay, first I need to find the slope. m equal 4 minus -1 which plus 1 over 4 minus -1 which plus 1 equals 5 over 5 equal 1. Okay, m equal 1, then tan theta equals 1. Okay, if tan theta equal 1, how can I find theta? Theta, as we took in the trig, theta equal shift tan 1. Again, shift tan 1, which is equal 45 degrees. Then the answer here is 45 degrees. And now let's study the next rules, and this is the next rules, or the rules which belongs to third prep. Actually, all the previous rules belongs to second prep and third prep, except tan theta. This is a new rule. Okay, the next rules are new rules. Okay, let's study them. Here in this example, if A equal -3 and 1, B equal 2 and 3, -2 and 3, by connect them we get a straight line like this. Another straight line. By looking to this straight line, if I need to find the slope of this straight line, it equal y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 equals 3 minus 1 over -2 minus 3 equals 2. Another example in the same figure, if we have a point C equals 1 and 2, another point D equal 2 and 4, by connecting them we get a straight line like this. Okay, C and D and B, excuse me, it's C and D. Okay, C equal 1 and 2, D equal 2 and 4, M1 equal 4 minus 2 over 2 minus 1. Okay, here m2 equal 4 minus 2 over 2 minus 1, which is equal also 2. Now we get that slope of AB equal to slope of CD also equal to. That's by looking to the two straight lines. We observe that the two lines are, or we notice that the two lines are parallel. So if the two lines are parallel, then their slopes are equal. Okay, if like this, the two slopes are equal, then if L1 parallel to L2, as we see, then M1 equal to M2. This is a very important rule. If the two straight lines are parallel, then their slopes are equal. Okay, another example. Here we can check that the two lines are parallel by another way. This line makes an angle theta with the positive direction of x-axis, and this line also makes the same angle theta with the positive direction of x-axis, because they are parallel straight line and the two angles here are corresponding. Okay, tan theta equal to tan theta, then m1 equal to m2 by another way. Okay, another example. Here in this graph, if we have a point A equal negative 2 and 2, point B equal negative 1 and 4, by connecting them we get this straight line. Let's evaluate the slope of this straight line. It equals 4 minus 2 over negative 1 minus 2, which is plus 2, equals 2. Okay, another example. If C equals 3 and 1, here D equals 1 and 2 here, by connecting them, the two straight lines, by looking carefully to the two straight lines, we get the two straight lines have a right angle between them. Okay, let's evaluate the second slope. Here m2 equal 2 minus 1 over 1 minus 3, like this, which is equal negative 1 over 2. Here the two slopes are not equal, but by looking carefully to the second slope, it equals negative 1 over 2, which is negative 1 over the first slope. Again, the second slope equal negative 1 over the first slope. Or by another meaning, the two slopes are additive and multiplicative inverse. Here the 2 and here negative, positive and negative, and this is 2 and this is 1 over 2. So the two slopes are multiplicative and additive inverse. If we multiply 2 times negative 1, we get what? 2 times negative half, we get negative 1. So the two straight lines are perpendicular like this. Okay, then m1 times m2 equals negative 1, as we see m1 times m2 equals negative 1. So this is the two rules. If L1 perpendicular to L2, then m1 times m2 equal negative 1, and L1 parallel to if L1 parallel to L2, then m1 equals m2. Here I can find m2 by another way. If m1 equal a over b, then m2 I will flip and switch the sign. Okay, flip the fraction and switch the sign like this. I will make the sign negative and b up and a down like this, then equal negative b over a. Okay, now study these rules carefully, because this is a very important rules. Okay, let's solve the next question. Here we have example 3. In this example, the straight line which passes through 4 and 2, 5 and 6 is parallel to the straight line which passes through the 2 points 0, 5, negative 1 and 1. Okay, to prove that the two straight lines are parallel, then I'm going to find m1. m1 equals m1 from those 2 points, 6 minus 2 over 5 minus 4, which is equal 4 over 1, which is 4. Okay, m2 by using those 2 points, 1 minus 5 over negative 1 minus 0, one minus 5 is negative 4 over negative 1 equals 4. Since m1 equal to m2, therefore L1 is parallel to L2. It's a very easy one. Example 4. Prove that the straight line which passes through the 2 points appear is perpendicular to the straight line, makes an angle of measure 30 degrees. Okay, now to prove that they are perpendicular, I will find m1 and m2. m1 equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. It will be 2 root 3 minus 3 root 3. This is y2 minus y1 over 5 minus 4. This one equal negative square root 3. Okay, m2 equal, here he gives me angle, so the slope here equal tan 30, which is equal 1 over root 3, and by multiply the two angles, root 3 times 1 or negative root 3 times 1 over root 3 equals negative 1. Since m1 times m2 equals negative 1, therefore L1 is perpendicular to L2. This is the perpendicular sign. Okay, example 5. The triangle whose vertices A, B, and C is right angle triangle at A, find the value of x. I'm going to draw the triangle like this. Here it's right angle at A, and here we have B, and here we have C. A equals 3 and negative 1. B equals x and 3. C equal 5 and 3. Okay, when we have a right angle triangle, I can solve this one by the distance and by the slope. But of course, when we have a missing letter, it's better to use the slope. So I will find the slope of BC of AB and the slope of AC because they are perpendicular. Okay, first slope. Slope AC, and I call it M1 equal 3 minus 1 or plus 1 over 5 minus 3, which is equal 2. Okay, therefore since AB perpendicular to AC, therefore M2 equal multiplicative and additive inverse to this one, which is negative 1 over 2. Don't forget. Okay, M2 equals negative 1 over 2. Okay, slope of AB which is M2 equal 3 plus 1 over x minus 3, which is 4 over x minus 3. So this slope equal negative 1 over 2, because this is M2 and this is M2. So I will make an equation, therefore 4 over x minus 3 equals negative 1 over 2, and I will make cross multiplication, therefore x minus 3 equals 4 times 2 over negative 1, again 4 times 2 over negative 1, 4 times 2 8 over negative 1 equals negative 8. Okay, so I will send negative 3 there, it will be plus 3. So x equal negative 8 plus 3 equals negative 5. I have another way to solve this one by make m1 times m2 equal negative 1. This is another way. Okay, both are correct and both are easy. Okay, let's solve the next example. Here, example 6. This is a very important question. If L1 passes through 1 and 2 and k, and L2 makes an angle with a positive direction of x-axis, an angle whose measure 45, find k if the two straight lines L1 and L2 are parallel. Okay, number 1, excuse me, here m1 equals k minus 1 over 2 minus 3, which is equal k minus 1 over negative 1. Okay, this is m1. m2 equals tan 45, which is equal 1. This is m2. Okay, if L1 parallel to L2, therefore m1 equals m2, therefore k minus 1 over negative 1 equals 1. I will make it 1 over 1, so k minus 1 equals negative 1 times 1 over 1, which is negative 1. I will send negative 1 there, plus 1, therefore k equals 0. This is the first value of k. Okay, number 2, if the two straight lines perpendicular, L1 perpendicular to L2, therefore m1 equals the additive and the multiplicative inverse of m2, therefore k minus 1 over negative 1 equal multiplicative and change a sign and upside down. It will be negative 1 over 1. It's equal negative 1 over 1. Okay, then k minus 1 equals negative 1 times negative 1 over 1. Again, negative 1 times negative 1 over 1 equal positive 1. I will send negative 1 there, then k equal 1 plus 1 equals 2. This is the second value of k. I can solve this one by the rule m1 times m2 equals negative 1. Both are correct and both are easy. The next one. Here example 7. Prove by using the slope that A, B, C, D is a rectangle. Okay, now I'm going to draw the rectangle like this. A, B, C, D. To prove that this one is a rectangle by using the slope, so I will find the slope of AB, BC, CD, AD. Okay, we get that AB and BD and CD are equal because they are parallel. BC and AD are equal because they are parallel. And I'm going to multiply AB times BC to get negative 1 because they are perpendicular. Okay, I will call it M1, M2, M3, M4. M1, it's the slope of AB equals 1 minus 3 over 5 plus 1, which is equal negative 1 over 3. M2 equal, which is the slope of BC, equals 1 minus 4 over 5 minus 6, which is equal 3. M3 equal, which is the slope of CD, equal 6 minus 4 over 0 minus 6, which is equal negative 1 over 3. Slope of AD, M4, equals AD equals 6 minus 3 over 0 plus 1, which is 3. So here, by looking carefully to this one, we find that M1 equal negative 1 over 3, M3 equal negative 1 over 3, and M2 equals 3, M4 equal 3. Therefore, since M1 equal to M3, therefore AB parallel to CD, and since M2 equals M4, therefore BC parallel to AD. Okay, therefore the shape is a parallelogram, and since M1 times M2 equals negative 1 over 3 times 3 equals negative 1, therefore measure of angle B equals 90 degrees. From all the previous, we get that, therefore A, B, C, D is a rectangle. Okay, the next example. Here we have example 8. In this example, in the drawn figure, ABCD trapezoid, where AB parallel to CD. Okay, A, B, C, and D. Here we have C equal x and the negative x. Find the coordinate of x. Okay, now it's very easy, because since AB parallel to CD. Therefore, I will call this one M1 and this one M2. Therefore, M1 equal to M2. Okay, I will evaluate M1. M1 is the slope of AB. Slope of AB equals 2 plus 2 over 3 minus 9, which is equal negative 2 over 3. Okay, M2, which is the slope of CD, equal CD equals negative 3 plus x over 4 minus x. Okay, now this is M1 and this is M2, therefore M1 equals M2, therefore negative 2 over 3 equals negative 3 plus x over 4 minus x. Now I will make a cross multiplication, therefore negative 2 open brackets 4 minus x equals 3 open brackets negative 3 plus x. Now I'm going to distribute here. Negative 2 times 4 equals negative 8. Negative 2 times negative x equal positive 2x. Equal 3 times negative 3 equal negative 9. 3 times x equals positive 3x. Okay, now I'm going to collect x in one side, y the numbers in one side. Okay, I will send 3x to the left side and the negative 8 to the right side. Okay, it will be like this. 2x minus 3x equals negative 9 plus 8. 2x minus 3x equal negative x. Negative 9 plus 8 equals negative 1. Negative x equal negative 1, cross the negative, therefore x equal 1. Another example, number 9. Prove that A, B, C, and D are vertices of a triangle, and D, if D equal 1 and 2, prove that the figure ABCD is a trapezoid. Find the ratio between AD and BC. To prove that the 3 points are vertices of triangle in general, so by using the slope, I will find the slope of AB and BC. They must be not equal, to be not collinear. Okay, slope of AB, and I will call it M1, equal 0 minus 3 over 7 minus 4 equals negative 1. Okay, slope of BC, I will call it M2, equal negative 2 minus 0 over 1 minus 7. It is equal 1 over 3. Since M1 not equal to M2, therefore A, B, C is a triangle, because they are not on the same straight line. To prove that the shape is a trapezium, let A, B, C, D a trapezium. So I will find M1, M2, M3, M4. So M1 and M3 must not equal, and M2 and M4 must be equal. Okay, to be two parallel lines, and two lines are not parallel. Okay, now I need M3, which is the slope of CD. Okay, it's equal 2 plus 2 over 1 minus 1. This is 4 over 0, which is undefined. Okay, M4 equals, which is the slope of AD, equals 2 minus 3 over 1 minus 4, which is equal negative 1 over negative 3, which is equal 1 over 3. Okay, here we find that M2 equals 1 over 3, M4 equals also 1 over 3, and the two other slopes are not equal. Therefore, A, B is not parallel to CD, and A, D is parallel to B, C. Therefore, A, B, C, D is a trapezium. Or trapezoid. Example 10. Okay, here in this example, if L1 perpendicular to L2 and A belongs to L2 and A equal 5M and M, find the value of M. Find the value of M. Okay, here B, because B, this line parallel to y-axis, so the B is 4 and y. B here equal 4 and y. Again, here 4 and 0 go up with the same straight line parallel to y-axis, then this one is 4 and another number. Okay, now I need to find y. By looking carefully to the point B and this point and this point, the 3 points here are collinear. So they are on the same straight line. It's easy to find y by using the 3 collinear points. How? Okay, by finding the slope of the 3 points. Okay, this point and this point and this point are collinear. Okay, and I will call it this one M1, and I will call this one M2. M1 and M2 are equal because they lie on the same straight line. M1 equal 1 minus 0 over 0 minus 2, or 0 plus 2, which is equal 1 over 2. M2 equal y minus 1 over 4 minus 0, which is y minus 1 over 4. Since the 3 points are collinear, okay, I will call it point C, for example, and I will call this one point D. Since B, C, and D are collinear, and collinear means lie on the same straight line. Therefore m1 equals m2. Therefore 1 over 2 equals y minus 1 over 4. Y minus 1 over 4 equals 4 times 1 over 2. Therefore y minus 1 equals 4 times 1 equals 4 over 2 equal 2. By send minus 1 to the right side, it will be plus 1, then y equals 3. Okay, this is the value of y. Then b equals 4 and 3. Okay, now this line, its slope equal 1 over 2. L1, slope of L1 equal 1 over 2. Therefore slope of L2 equal, upside down and change the sign, it will be negative 2 over 1 or negative 2. Okay, negative 2 because they are perpendicular. Okay, here A equals 5m and m, B equals 4 and 3. Okay, therefore slope of L2 equals m minus 3 over 5m minus 4 equals negative 2. By make a cross multiplication, this is negative 2 over 1. Okay, then 2 times 5 minus 4, 2 times 5m minus 4 equals 1 times m minus 3 equals m minus 3. Expand these brackets, it will be 10 m minus 8 equals m minus 3. I will send m here and negative 8 there. Then 10 m minus m equals negative 3 plus 8. Okay, here negative 2 times 5 minus 8 minus 4 equals m minus 3. Negative 2 times 5 equals negative 10n. Negative 2 times negative 4 equals positive 8. Okay, negative 10m plus 8. Send 8 there to be negative 8 and m from the right side to the left side to be negative m. Okay, negative 10m minus m equals negative 11 m equal negative 3 minus 8 equals negative 11. Cross negative with negative, then m equals 11 divided by 11, which is equal to 1. Okay, then m equal 1. And this is the end of the lesson. I hope it was helpful for you. See you in the next video inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mr. Ahmed Mahmoud was with you.